Welcome to Mommy Issues, a podcast where an ex-reality TV star mom
and her reality TV loving daughter
bridge the gap between their generations through celeb news, all things Bravo,
and their own personal mommy issues.
Let's start the show properly. Hello, guys. Welcome to another episode of Mommy Issues. If you thought that we weren't going to do another episode this week, you were wrong. There was a lot that transpired last week, and I will say, just to jump right into highlights, lowlights, my high was the amount of people who reached out, who commented, who sent personal messages, who called me, being like, keep going, was so amazing. And like, honestly, I felt like it's funny because the whole week, we record normally on Fridays. It's Sunday today. Yeah. It's a rushed episode, but whatever. We record normally on Friday, and that whole week I had been feeling pretty down. But by Saturday, Sunday, I think talking it out with you, it like released out of my body, and I was like, you know what? I'm back in it. So it was funny to like put out the promo in the episode where it's like I'm sobbing, being like, this is not going to work, whatever. And people reaching out to me thinking I'm in the same headspace, which in a way, you know, I am. It's always up and down, but I was just like, it was just so nice. It was really nice. I felt like
nice.
I was in a place to like really take it in. I do want to call out one person. Well, I'll call it two people. First of all, Glenda called me, my madrina, and she gave me this long talk about keep going and about this. She saw Kerry Washington speak and she felt like I needed to hear the words keep going. And then she sent me her book, like Kerry Washington's book, which was all very nice. But this woman named Carolina Suarez Aguilar. Do you know who this is? Or is it just someone who listens to podcasts? I never know who you know, who Kathy knows, whatever. Carolina Suarez Aguilar. I am speaking directly to you because she sent me the most incredible message sharing her story about like moments in her life that she felt that she was like not doing well, and then her and her husband were struggling together to find like not relationship stuff. I just mean struggling in their work stuff. And it was just like it was nice to see people sharing their stuff with me to make me feel better. And I thought that was really sweet.
That is really nice.
So all that to say, thank you to everybody reaching out.
Yeah, I got messages too, and Marcella, remember that? I mean, we've gotten from so many people. It's like hard to like name everybody.
But yeah,
I feel like I look really weird, and I need that little blur thing you have on yours. How do you do that?
All right, let's walk you through this, and really, we're gonna walk the whole world through this. Okay, so
no, because you're gonna take it out because they're not gonna know.
No,
okay, no, I don't care.
Just go to on the top of your screen where it says zoom.us.
Okay.
Click that, then click preferences. Then click
wait, I don't see any preferences when I click that.
When you click zoom.us, there's on the second thing should say preferences. Do you see that? Does it say about Zoom, preferences?
Hold on.
Oh my God. This is OK Boomer all over again.
I'm sorry. I just, you know what?
It's just step one. You can't even get to step one?
Because it doesn't, when I click it, it hyperlinks it and it doesn't do anything.
I'm talking about when you're just looking at your computer screen, not Zoom, whatever, on the top left corner, you see the little apple?
Okay. Yeah.
And next to it says zoom.us, click preferences.
Preferences. Okay.
Click video. On the left-hand side, video.
Oh, not audio, video. Got it.
And then you'll see a little video of yourself, and then it'll be the second check box thing says touch up my appearance, and it has a little scroll thing. You can scroll how much you want it to touch up your appearance. Do you understand?
Yeah. You know what the saddest thing about all this is?
It's already on.
Wow.
You know what? That's what I thought, because we've done this before. I mean, we did it offline before, but if anybody ever wants to know how to touch up their appearance on Zoom, now you know, because I'm not taking that out. Simply because I don't have the time, which gets me into my low. I have a couple lows, but I'm going to not complain as much because I cannot stop complaining. This past week has been me just moping my ass around, complaining about everything in the world. But basically, I booked a job for, if anybody's familiar with the show The Circle on Netflix. I am on season 6 and on season 7 in post-production, remote, which is great. Okay. I'm grateful for that.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just trying to find gratitude. I'm grateful that I'm working from home. The only thing is the way that the show works in post-production, I guess in production too, this is just like they are running people like it's like a what's it called? What's that thing called at a grocery store where you put your food and it slides?
It is a conveyor belt.
Conveyor belt. It's a conveyor belt system. So everybody has shifts. So there's a 6 a.m. There's a night shift and there's a day shift. I'm during the day shift. I have a 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. shift. And then from 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. the next day, somebody else takes on my work. So it's literally, you're just cycling.
They're just working 24 hours.
Netflix gives new meaning to cog in a machine. Like it is crazy sweatshop situation. And the worst.
Don't say that. You'll never get another job from them. Hold on.
Netflix is great and we love them.
Huh?
Nothing.
I mean, who says that about their employer?
I'm freelance. They're not my employer. The production company is my employer.
You know what I mean? They maybe
Netflix is not going to listen to this. They got a lot more problems to deal with.
Well, if Taylor Swift listens, then you know.
If Taylor Swift were listening, we would have way more subscribers, and that's a fact. All of this is fine, except for the fact that I am working 7 days a week for the entire month of October. So think about that. 6 a.m. to 6 p.m.
Let me think about it.
Every day for the month of October. Just think about that.
I think I pretty much, I don't work 7 days a week, but I work 6 days a week for sure.
Do you
and then my brain never
Do you wake up at 5:30 in the morning to get ready for your 6 a.m. shift?
No.
Okay. Well, then just think about that.
But I'm never done by 6.
Yeah. Well, yeah, whatever. It's beyond that. It's like, I have a million jobs. I'm a mom. I'm a mom first. I'm a podcaster second. And I'm a freelance story producer third. Whatever. It doesn't matter. A job is a job, baby. Okay. And I feel very grateful to have one.
That's right. That's what I think.
In a world where people are coming off of a strike and trying to find employment, I feel #grateful for the job.
Blessed.
Am I upset? Yes. Have I told everybody who would listen how upset I am? Yes, I have. I absolutely have.
Woe is me. Woe is me.
No, for real. It's really bad. Anyways, so that's my low. And also my low is that Lola is sick because she got a cold from daycare naturally.
Is she sleeping now?
She woke up at 6:30 in the morning. She has taken 3 naps. It's 12:30 because she's so sick. It's really sad. Whatever. She's okay. She's going to be okay. What are your highlights and lowlights?
Okay, well, let me start with my low light. My low light is that because you're working like a slave or whatever it is that you think you're working as, is that inappropriate to say? Yeah, sorry.
Probably, but let me tell you, it's not wrong.
Okay, no, it is wrong. You saying that it's not wrong is worse. Okay, anyway, I haven't seen Lola as much, and I told you that that's bad for my mental health.
Well, tell me. I don't know.
I was at an event last night, and it was whatever. I mean, it's a great event. It was whatever. I was a little bit, my feet hurt, and I was a little bit bored at one point, and I was like, I just want to see Lola. So I went over like all these videos. And
at the party?
Way, every single person, and every single person that came up to me talked to me about Lola.
Well, she deserves to be talked about. She's pretty perfect.
So, yeah. So that's my low light. My highlight.
Just that you miss her.
I miss her so much.
Okay.
Oh my God.
Okay.
I miss her so much. I'm going now this month, but wow. Low light. I just feel a little bit disorganized, a little bit like out of it. Like this week is going to be a really heavy week, you know? I had the low light is that Gina was out.
Your assistant, Gina.
Yeah. And I just don't function as well without her. So yeah. And I feel like tomorrow's it's going to be a tough week. That tomorrow she's going to be here, but only for a little while. Mondays are so strong. And so I really.
Mommy Mondays.
Huh?
Mommy Mondays.
Mommy Mondays. So yeah. So I need to, whatever. I think that by Wednesday or Thursday, I'll feel better.
Yeah,
I'm ready
well,
for another
okay.
weekend where
Yeah,
it's
geez.
chill.
It's not even the end of the weekend, but you're ready
I
for another
know,
one.
but I have a lot of stuff going on this week.
No, I get it.
Yeah.
Trust me, I get it. I'm ready for November, actually. So, okay, let's get into some gossip. There's some stuff to talk about.
Okay.
Number one, what should be number one is not number one, but what should be number one is that Usher announced that he's performing the halftime show at the Super
that
Bowl,
is
which is
very
pretty
cool.
amazing.
Yeah.
It's going to be incredible. I heard his Vegas show is like out of this world. But the thing that took over that announcement
I hate it.
is Taylor Swift and
Oh,
Travis
okay.
Kelce. What, you thought I was going to do Joe Jonas and Sophie Turner again?
No, I thought that you were going to talk about how that announcement was made,
Oh,
which
well, that was
involved Kim
crazy.
Kardashian.
No, I know. That was
Unnecessary.
also, that was a bad move on Usher's part. Like, I think Usher is operating under the assumption that Kim still has the same amount of clout that she did. Honestly, like
doesn't.
even just like
Wow.
a year ago, and she simply doesn't. Like
She doesn't. There's been a
that
fall
was the
from
wrong move.
grace.
He should have enlisted, even if he had enlisted another Kardashian, if it was like, or a Jenner, a Kendall or a Kylie would have worked better. I think it would
Yes.
have had more of an impact.
Oh,
Or
yeah.
Justin Bieber, who Justin and Usher are like one and the same. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
That was definitely a mistake on his part or his
That
team.
was a mistake.
Okay, but what that should have been number one, but really what's number one is Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift. I'm sure you've heard about this.
Yes, of course.
It feels like old news at this point, but Taylor
I thought
Swift.
we talked about it last week.
Yes, but since we talked about it,
They held hands.
no, when we
like,
talked
who
about it last
cares?
time, no, but when we talked about it last time, she hadn't been at the game.
Oh,
So the
yeah,
whole
she had with the mother and stuff.
No, because we recorded on Friday and that was on Sunday.
Oh,
So
okay. So then we talked about it and I was annoyed by it too.
Taylor went to the game, sitting in the box with his mom, cheering, like hootering, hollering. It was a full-blown spectacle.
Ridícula.
Okay, but here's my take.
Papelazo.
I don't think so. Like, to me, this is the way that I wish Hollywood would operate in terms of their relationship. It feels like circa 2001 to 2006 era when like people were living their relationships out loud in the public, not like
she lives every relationship out loud. See, this is who we're talking about.
No, dude, you are so wrong. This is how I know you don't know Taylor. You don't know Taylor.
And you do.
I do.
In a week, she's gonna be writing a song about how he broke up with her.
Oh my God, you're so stereotypical boomer. It's embarrassing. Let me explain this to you. The last relationship she had was this guy named Joe from the UK. I don't even know what the hell he is. He might be an actor. This relationship, 6 years long, you never saw them together. You never saw them together. Obviously, the Swifties are psychotic and they figure it out, clues, but she never was like posting about him. She wasn't
right.
Even if she was writing songs about him, nobody was like, oh yeah, 100% that's about Joe, because they didn't know their relationship. This is her steering away from that type of relationship of undercover whatever, and she's living her relationship out loud. And I'm like, I'm here for it. We haven't seen this version of Taylor since Taylor was on Good Morning America singing Tim McGraw. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'm into it. It's very, she's cheer captain and I'm on the bleachers. Okay. She's she's in the box. She's cheering things on. I'm into it. I love it.
Yeah.
Plus she gets to wear red to the games. That's her thing.
Okay.
What are you writing down? What notes are you writing down? That's not for the podcast. You're like trying to
I'm tuning your way through this. I have, remember, it's Sunday. So Mommy Sundays, I'm like, shit, I have this week and I have that this week. I'm sorry.
Okay, can you commit 30 minutes to the podcast?
I will, but just less I can't talk about Taylor Swift and I can't talk about Joe Jonas.
We're not talking about Joe. We're just talking about Taylor.
Okay.
Okay.
No, I think, yes, I just think it's good. It's been such a big deal and I think it's going to be a big crash and burn too.
Of course. This is not this isn't the fairy tale at the end of your life of like wedding babies with Travis Kelce.
We should be talking about Golden Batchelor.
Oh my gosh. Golden Bachelor, my
butt.
butt. I know everybody likes it, but I am not a Bachelor person.
Okay. So
Okay, hold on. Can I just finish the thought?
Yeah.
People, by the way, people are invested in the Travis and
Taylor.
Taylor,
Okay.
the
Okay.
TT. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Um, what was I gonna say? Oh, the stats. Okay, so I saw this on Instagram and I just think it's really interesting. Also, just something to note, the day I saw this on TikTok, the day that the Usher thing was announced on NFL's TikTok, it in the bio, which it should
I
have been
know.
like Usher performing halftime, 02, whatever day it is, like
I know.
tune in. It said 9, whatever, whatever day it was that Taylor Swift was at the game. Taylor Swift was here. Like, that is the impact this woman has. And let me tell you more
Yeah.
of the impact. These are the stats, okay? Since Taylor Swift showed up to Sunday's Chiefs Bears game, 400% spike in Travis Kelce jersey sales. Kelce's
Yes.
podcast ranks #1 overall on Apple. Kelce adds 383,000 Instagram followers. 24.3 million viewers watched the game. 63% jump in female viewers. 3-time increase in Chiefs searches on web, 3-time increase in Chiefs sales on StubHub, and Chiefs sold more tickets in a single day since the start of the season.
My God,
Taylor Swift
honestly,
is
this
the
should put
ruler of the
anybody,
country.
if anybody would call themselves an influencer after this, it would be funny because that's an influencer.
She's got
That
an
is instant,
impact.
making the needle move, but not like it went like whoop,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
like football is more popular than ever. There are a lot of men out there, or a lot of women who used to be, whatever football widows that are now into
Football
it.
widows. What's
Football widows. Like football widows are like when football season starts, their husbands ignore them
Oh,
forever, and then they don't have anything to do.
so they
have to go
call them
to
football
Target. They call them
widows?
football widows. Yeah, they're like they have no husbands during football season.
Wow. Football
Yeah,
widows is so good. Am I a football widow? No, I'm not a football widow.
you're a basketball widow, kind of, but you
Kind
you
of,
watch
but not.
too.
I like basketball, but also
Yeah, me
there's
too.
no way I'm being a basketball widow because basketball is almost every single day there's a game. Whereas like it's only Monday, Thursday,
I'm only
Sunday.
like a dolphin widow.
A dolphin widow?
Yeah, because Ken likes
The Dolphins.
dolphin football, and he gets very invested and very engaged in the game. So
Okay. Tell me about the Golden Bachelor. What's going on?
okay, so the Golden Bachelor. I've never watched The Bachelor. This is my first foray into the Bachelor world. I know people are very
Obsessed.
They love it. They love it. Obsessed. I was interested because of the, just honestly, I went to watch the women,
You want to
which I
watch the
thought they
women,
would be embarrassing. And
who are probably some of them actual widows, I'm assuming, because that has to be a
yeah, he's
strong
a
story.
widower. He's
Oh, he's a
great.
widower.
I thought that the women, I thought they would be funny, and they did not disappoint. They were ridiculous, and I get mad when women are ridiculous, but still like to watch the freight train. Some of them were good. I understand production. I understand they can't be all dignified. Some of them showed up in a motorcycle. Some of them showed up
You
doing
have
like
to have like cheesy stuff like that.
I
It's
know
but
it was
that's
cheesy, but he's actually a very good looking man for his age. He's very sweet as far as he was with the same woman for 43 years. She died kind of suddenly, and it's just it's good. And the thing
people
is
love
that
it.
the ratings were really very, very good. And for a long time, the boomers have been for a long time now, it's the 18 to 34 or the whatever to 45. Those are the people with buying power. No, this is the people that were tuning in droves were people that were older and
Yeah,
that
that's
still
the
have a lot
point.
of buying power, that should not be
Ignored.
don't
We
ignore
will
this
not be
group of people,
ignored.
because we still have they all right, fine, I'm on the cusp. Still have the ability to, like Taylor Swift, influence. So I thought that was cool. I also watched Dancing with the Stars.
Oh yeah, I
I
was
was
meaning
also
to watch just the performances. I usually just like subscribe to the Dancing with the Stars YouTube channel to watch the performances, but I didn't even do that.
I just hate how they put people on who can't dance and they know that they can't dance. And
That's the fun. That's the best part.
well, it was really surprising that Mauricio can't dance.
How is that surprising?
I don't know. I thought, he's Mexican. Latin people have a lot more rhythm, don't they? I mean, isn't this the truth?
Yeah,
It's not
but
like
he's
anybody's saying,
Mexican Jewish.
I know, but still. So he can't dance. Ariana can dance really well.
Oh.
So that, yeah. She
Listen,
did really well.
they cast it based on obviously who has the most influence, but also they know who's going to win. Like Lele Pons is going to win, probably. I'm
Yes,
assuming.
yeah.
Yeah.
She's really good. How does Lele Pons have 50 million followers?
She basically started her career on the internet on YouTube from maybe it was like 2012. She's been doing this for a very long time. She like exploded on Vine, exploded on Instagram. Like she's been doing it for a long time. That's why.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, good for her. She's very good too.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's probably who's going to win. You're right.
Okay.
So yeah, so that's
that's your recap on Golden Bachelor and Dancing with the Stars.
Yes,
you're our Dancing with the Stars Golden Bachelor correspondent.
I feel bad for Mauricio. I think that Kyle was there in the audience. They're trying to act like nice. They're not together. I mean, he has this week.
Yeah, he clarified.
What did he?
Bless you. He said that they are separated. He just was like, we are 100% separated.
Can I tell you? So there's this mystery to Mauricio. I don't know if you know what I mean. Like, there's a little mystery to him when you see him on the show, that he pulled back the curtain when he did this. He looked very vulnerable and very
bad,
stupid.
Wait, why?
I don't know. You have to watch to see like the reactions when he's getting his scores. It's very like he didn't know what to do. He was very
because he doesn't do
in his own skin. She was in the audience trying to look whatever. I could see the look on her face. It's like, I'm so glad I'm not with this man anymore. You know what I mean? Like,
oh God,
I have kind of felt that. When you see somebody in their element, and
you get the ick. It's called the ick.
Right, but in their element, there's this kind of thing where you think, wow, I admire, I look up to, I whatever,
sure.
And then you see him outside of that, and it's
it's cringy.
I could see that in her face, and it made me feel bad for him because he's given her a very nice life, and she's una malagradecida.
Malagradecida. Okay, well, let's move on from this because I don't care.
Okay.
Do you know that Pete Davidson is dating somebody new?
Oh, who?
Madeline Klein. I don't think you know who she is, but she's from Outer Banks. She is so stunningly beautiful.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but they are.
How old is she?
That's a great question. Hey, Google, how old is Madeline Klein?
Sorry, I don't have any information about that.
Okay. Hey, Google. Yes.
On the website fandom.com, they say, Madeline Klein. Madeline Cowie Klein is an American actress.
Are you? That's all she had for me. This is why I use Alexa.
Oh my God.
Siri, how old is Madeline Klein? No, Mommy, Google does not know about you.
Come on, maybe they do.
1997. What's that?
1997 she was born.
So she's 27. She's 27. Okay, you don't have to say 6 years younger than me. Like, not everybody needs to know all that information, okay? Okay, so she's 27.
How old is Ana Quincoses?
Uh-oh.
I'm not this on the web.
How old? Okay. It's like long pauses of silence. My God.
57 years old. Birthplace Miami, Scorpio.
Okay, great. Let's keep it moving. Let's keep the train moving.
There's a lot of information.
Okay, Miss Self-Indulgent.
Okay.
Kardashians premiered this week, and I relapsed and I watched it.
Oh, I can't.
I'm just going to give you a recap of stuff going on. First of all, this is not Kardashian
We promised our
episode.
listeners.
I know, but it actually is interesting. But just one thing, you know how Courtney's pregnant? This is how crazy people are. You know,
With him
Courtney's
again?
No, mommy, Courtney is pregnant. Same
okay.
pregnancy.
Yes,
it takes
yes, of course,
9 to 10 months to have a baby.
Yes.
Okay. She had a baby shower that was like whatever Disney adult theme because she's psychotic. And people like she had like some wishing tree where people like wrote a wish for the baby. And it was all over Instagram. Somebody zoomed in to one of the wishes and it revealed the name. Would you like to know the name of the baby? I doubt it would be crazy if they changed it just because of this. Just because somebody like found out. But
What's the name?
Rocky. Kind of love it.
You love it?
I think it's great.
It's
I
cute.
think it's
yeah,
a
I don't
really.
think they're gonna. I don't think they'll change it.
I surely hope that they don't. I surely hope they don't. So yeah, Rocky. Let me give you some key points here from the episode. It was all about Courtney and Kim and this fight that they had. It's like all from the same thing last season, but they get into it. So,
and Courtney is not. She's just not relenting, right? Just from.
Dude, I'm. These are my thoughts. I'll give you no context. This is for the people who watch. Okay, Courtney, absolutely, positively obsessed with Kim, wants her dead, and also wants to be her. They are from different planets. That's my first point.
I don't think that she wants to be her. I disagree.
Okay, fine. Doesn't want to be her, but in a way, though, does. Like, hates her with a flaming passion of 1,000 suns. Thinks that she's
think she has
one
a
of the
right
worst
to.
people. But, oh my God, I think it's really hard to reason with Courtney because she's not living on planet Earth. She's not living in reality. She is living in her head. She's in a spiral of stuff that probably happened in their childhood and she can't get over it. So she can't see Kim for who she is. Like Kim is self-obsessed, is vain, loves labels, cares a lot about what the aesthetic is of everything. That's who she is. She's not going to go deep and try to figure anything out. As her sister, Courtney should just be like, okay, that's my sister, like that's who she is. But she puts her down all the time because she's like, you're a bad person. You only care about this. It's like, what about just accepting her for who she is? She's not exactly like you. That's fine, right? Like, why are we doing this?
I think that when you it's somebody in your family and somebody you actually care about, you have a vested interest in them being better than what they are. Maybe she sees what we all see that you seem not to see, that she is a self-absorbed
no, I see that. I am very aware of.
She's been bad for women, she's been bad for young
No,
girls, and maybe Courtney just wants her to be better.
But I think at a certain point that Kim is now 42 years old. Like at a certain point.
But she's gotten worse. She's gotten worse.
I think the point is if somebody is your family and a part of your life and you want them to remain a part of your life, shouldn't you switch gears from pointing a finger, being like, you're bad, to just being like, I accept you as you are. I know that it's not the same as me. I know that it's not great, but I love you and I accept you as you are. Shouldn't there be that? To me,
yes,
Courtney,
as long as you're not constantly shitting on my parade and stealing my thunder and wanting everything for you. You've got so much. To whom much is given, much is expected. We would expect her to be a little more humility, a little bit more grace, a little bit more generosity. In you have everything. The spotlight is always on you.
You sound
Give
like Courtney.
your sister who you love this little bit. Let her have that. And I'm sorry. I think that most people probably agree with me.
I will say, I'll say what Kim said in terms of the fight of like the whole grabbing.
Please don't quote Kim Kardashian.
I don't know. I'm saying she said you pulled pieces from the Dolce collection from the 90s. That's not very original. Everyone is doing the 90s. That's a fact. That's a fact. And I'm glad she said it because she was like, those are pieces that me and my stylist pulled together. And then you went out and copied it. It's like, bitch, everyone is doing the 90s.
Okay,
like, it's not
but everyone
special.
does not have the platform that Kim has. So I didn't know that the 90s were a thing until Kim started doing it.
No way.
Yeah. I am not really, don't you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not that I didn't know, but I didn't even classify it in that way. I didn't
Okay.
let her have her moment. Jesus, just let her have her moment.
I agree, but the fight has evolved into something much bigger than that. That's why it's like it's beyond the moment thing. It's just her being like, I don't like you.
Right. And I don't like her either. So Team
Yeah.
Courtney here.
Team Kim. There was a point where Kim and Chloe tried beer for the first time. That was hilarious. And then there was also a testimonial look of Kim that was reminiscent of old school Kim that I was talking about, that I was like, she should go back to this. And I think she listened. I was very impressed.
Okay.
Okay, let's move on. Bravo bullshit. Tom Sandoval has a new podcast
Oh, right.
called Everyone Loves Tom, which, by the way, did you see the promo for it?
No, is it good?
It's a perfect promo. It's a really, really, really good promo.
How so?
He is sitting with, I guess, his producer being like, these are some of the things that people are saying about you. Tom is a piece of shit. I fucking hate Tom. Tom is the worst person in the world to ever exist, because they're trying to come up with names for the podcast. And he's like, okay, I have an idea. How about Everyone Loves Tom? And then he sits down, he takes off his shirt, and then he's like, let's get this started. And they're like, no one's going to be able to see that you're not wearing a shirt. And he was like, they'll be able to tell. And I was like, it's Tom leaning in to Tom. And I'm like, that's exactly what people should be doing.
Yeah, I like that. I'm okay with that.
I will not be listening.
Yeah. Are you going to listen?
No.
No.
Hell no.
No, I'm just, it's cute, whatever, but I'm not going to.
It's whatever.
I have nothing to learn from you. Which,
no.
To me, that's important in a podcast. I either want to be entertained, I want to learn something, I want to at least smile when I'm listening. I'm not going to get any of that from him.
Do you think that people learn anything from this podcast?
I think that they learn. First of all, we catch them up on things that they may not know. Who knew that, 90s with an aesthetic now that whatever people
Everybody
my age
knew
probably,
that. Everybody knew that.
People your age, we have two completely different groups of people listening.
I'm telling you,
so
people
maybe
your
they
age
do,
knew.
maybe they don't. I really didn't, and
Okay.
and they see the mother-daughter dynamic at its best and at its
worst.
Its worst. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
And they see people who are open and vulnerable and don't
just
really
crying
lie about
openly on
anything,
camera.
Which that's a good thing too.
Yeah, it's true.
That's rare.
That is rare.
Yeah.
Did you watch New York?
Yes. And yeah. I love New York. I forgot what happened because I watched it on Sunday. It's been a week.
It was Uba absolutely reaming in on Aaron. Reaming in? Is that right?
Oh yeah. Like
that
she
was
just didn't
outrage.
stop.
She was a dog with a freaking bone. Why didn't she leave it alone? That was crazy. That was crazy.
I think also, kind of a little bit of an insider. It's been a long time since I've been an insider, but you're also a producer and you know this. As the season starts to come to a close, you start getting this feeling like I didn't get enough. I didn't get enough screen time. I didn't get enough whatever. I didn't have enough conflict with anybody. I need meat for the reunion. Again, I didn't have any of those feelings because I was a first season, whatever, when the shows really didn't have that much of a history or kind of like a playbook, right? But now we know that that's very much a part of it.
Was trying to do that?
Who?
You're saying Uba was trying to do that?
Yeah.
I don't think so. I don't think that that's how these ladies operate. I think Uba, she was self-proclaimed, like, when you get me mad, I'm mad. And it's like, I think we just saw that play out. I think she's just like, doesn't know how to deal with like conflict or at least she doesn't know how to resolve it. Yeah. But she just really, really went in on Aaron. And I thought it was too far. Way too far, to the point where, like, even if you were sort of Team Uba in the beginning, I think after this episode, anybody who was like, yeah, still Team Uba, it's like, okay, well then you're crazy. You don't know how to fight, because that's a strange way of fighting. Yeah, I felt so bad for Aaron.
Yeah, I do too. I like Aaron a lot. I don't like Uba a lot, and I also, there was, I think it was Bryn who said, which is probably the biggest insult you can give anyone, without saying a bad word or being not just Jessel is so forgettable.
That was
And
really
I'm
mean. That
that's
was
just
really mean.
that's really harsh, but it's really true. You
I
forget.
don't even know if that's true. I don't know if it's true. I don't even believe that, and I'm not like a huge fan of Jessel just because I think that she
I
hasn't
find
given
like if
much.
she's not there, I forget about her.
You just don't miss her.
Right, that makes it forgettable. If Jenna wasn't there, I'd miss Jenna. If Erin wasn't there, I'd miss. If Bryn wasn't there, I'd miss her.
Yeah,
I'd miss. You know,
sad.
she is a little bit forgettable, and so
She might come with a vengeance to the reunion.
oh, she's going to for sure.
Yeah,
for
I
sure.
think she's gonna like really tear people apart, and
Yeah.
as she should, because people are so mean to her, including us. I take
Yeah.
accountability.
Yeah.
I did like when Erin admitted that she's a shit stirrer because Uba was like, "You like to talk shit about people." She's like, "I don't do that. I just tell the truth." And she's like, "No, you talk shit." She was like, "Okay, fine. I like to talk shit." And I was like, "Yes, I love
Yeah,
that."
she's cute. I like her a lot. She's cute. She's smart. I like her a lot. Bryn, I like Bryn. I find Bryn so pretty.
Yeah, she's so pretty.
like her body's insane. Like
did you see her on
she's
Watch What Happens
smart.
Live?
Yeah,
That was too much.
but it was too much. It's
The Tyler Cameron Bryn
It's a
thing.
stick. I don't like the stick. She takes it too far.
She took it way
She
too
looks
far.
desperate. And
Yep.
the thing is that I don't believe that she does all that. So
No,
then
I think if she's on a date with somebody, it's
when
not
I
that
was
at
younger,
all.
that was called a prick teaser. And if you don't do that, if you're not going to put out, and I don't believe that she would put out that much as much as she pretends she would.
She has said it before. It's a mechanism that she developed over time.
It's too much. It's too much.
It is too much.
Everything she relates back to sex. Everything
She's
has
just-
sexual innuendo.
Because I think it's worked for her in the past, and I think she is like now taking on the persona that people are putting on her. It's like you're this person, and now she's doing that amplified, and it's
Right.
like she needs to scale it back. And I think
Yeah.
she will. She's smart, so
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think the next season she's gonna calm down. I would love to see the evolution of Bryn. I would love to see her settle down with somebody. I would love to see her just be normal.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's
Me
a lot
too.
of
Me too. I'd like
brokenness
to see
there.
her be normal. I'd like to see her in a relationship. I think she has a lot of longevity on this show.
I think so too. I love her. She's great.
I love her too.
Oh,
Go ahead.
I was gonna move on to OC. Do you have anything else for New York?
No, nothing else for New York. OC was the finale,
The
right?
season finale, which that felt very sudden to me, but maybe we've been watching this. I just love OC that I'm like I could watch it for the rest of my life.
Yeah, I like OC too.
Keep it going. I thought that I said it on our Instagram. This finale was perfect. It was a perfect finale. These are the hardest working women in the franchise of Real Housewives. That party was from a different era of Housewives in terms of the grandiose, the costumes, the makeup, like people screaming at each other with like crazy makeup on is something that we haven't seen in a very long time in the Housewives.
And they always put themselves out there in that regard.
Yeah, it was
really
refreshing. It was so refreshing to see
Yeah.
Tamara look psycho and screaming. Taylor drunk off her ass, like deep
God,
throating an ice
Taylor.
cream cone. It was so bizarre. Poor
It
Taylor.
was really
By the
bizarre.
way, just another thing I retract. I came around on Taylor. I ended up loving Taylor. I was like, why did we bring Taylor back? This is so silly. Which, by the way, it really was. She didn't really add that much, but I like her.
I like
do
her, except when she does the whole "I'm a lesbian, I'm bisexual, I'm whatever." You don't even have to say that.
No, let me tell you,
coming on
though.
to people.
It's everybody else doing it to her because these conservative OC women find this bi girl in their group of people and they think that it helps them. And they're like, oh yeah, look, a girl over there. And you're like, stop. What are you doing? Isn't Taylor married, by the way?
Yeah, she is married,
To a
but she
man.
keeps saying she's a lesbian, so it's weird. She says it.
No, she doesn't. She said one time that she's bi and those women
I know,
have not let
and
it
on
go.
this show, if you want to go back, she said,
Oh, 'cause she's-
I'm a lesbian. Remember, I'm a lesbian.
Sure. Because Shannon brought it up first. I just want you to know. It was because of that. It is.
Their
don't think she's
reunion
just
is
like-
coming up, and they all looked ridiculous.
Wait, but the background of the reunion
Was
they're
cool.
outside.
I know, but
Or
but
they're not
why did
outside.
they all wear dresses from like those Chinese websites?
Oh, I don't know. I guess I didn't register the dresses. I was just like, wow, they're elevating.
The dresses in New York,
production
the
value.
outfits in New York look great, and they look like
Oh, I haven't
them,
seen.
and they're so different from each other.
Wait, they released that too? I'm so
Yeah,
out of
yeah.
the loop.
They
Holy
released
moly.
that, and they also released that first week of November. Both Miami and Beverly Hills are going to air concurrently. Like,
Oh yeah,
not concurrent, not at the same time, but
right.
obviously,
It's the way New York and OC is airing at the same
yeah.
time.
Yeah.
And the trailer for I think both of them drop next
This
week.
Next week, yeah.
Or I guess yeah, when you're hearing this week.
This week, yeah.
Crazy. We'll have so much to talk about. We really will.
Yeah.
Are you watching Southern Charm?
No, I haven't started.
Okay.
Yet.
Then we won't.
I'm watching Gilmore Girls.
Oh my God, that's right. What thoughts?
I love it. It's so
If you're out
wholesome.
on the road, feeling lonely and so cold, all you have to do
is call my name,
and I'll be there on the next
train.
where you lead. I will follow
anywhere you want me to.
Okay, that's it.
Okay.
I just a general housekeeping thing. If you haven't seen on the Instagram, I am pausing on Amateur Cooking with Beba for a moment in time. I think I have to reassess if this is something I want to keep doing. And if so, I'll keep doing it, but I'll come back a little later with it, or maybe it's something else, but like Chanel told me, because she messaged me and she was like, when I think Beba, I don't think cooking. And I was like, when I think Beba, I don't think cooking either.
Right. Well, the thing is that your cooking is funny because you still
I don't mean to be.
Right. I know that you don't, but it's not going to teach a lot because you're not giving more or less this.
I'm not even,
more or
right,
less that.
right.
And it's
You're
like,
right.
yeah. And it's like, it will watch it to be entertained and be whatever, but it's not going to
It's
be
not
who
informative.
you go to learn.
No, it's like you're watching it because you like watching cooking videos because they put you at ease and you like to laugh.
Right. Exactly.
Which that's why I watch most of the cooking videos that I watch. I'm not really learning anything. I mean, I could be, but I choose not to. Quiz. Or say something in Spanish.
Quiz? No, I now I have quizzes because when I start thinking of stuff,
you write them down.
I just now write them down.
What a thing to do! What a thing to do! So happy for you. Where you lead, I will follow. Nope, nothing. What are the
romance languages?
Oh, I think I know this. Well, how many are there? Just so I know how many to.
Oh God,
a lot.
Tell you too many.
Okay. First of all, French. Second of all, Italian. Third of all, Portuguese, Spanish. Is Spanish a romance language? Spanish, French, and Italian. Final answer, locked in.
And Portuguese.
I said Portuguese.
I know.
Oh, wow.
You got it.
That was off the dome.
Yeah.
Wow.
So you tell us in Spanish how proud you are of yourself that you know that.
Estoy muy orgulloso.
Orgullosa.
Orgullosa. Period.
De mí misma.
De mí misma.
Yeah, of yourself. You're proud of yourself.
De mí misma. Estoy muy orgullosa de mí misma. De mí misma sounds wrong, but I'll trust you. I'll trust you.
Trust me, I'm right.
Okay, I gotta go. I have so much more work to do.
All right,
guys.
call me with Lola later.
Okay, I will. I'll try to remember. Follow us on Instagram at Mommy Issues the Pod. Follow me at Beba_Rod. Follow my mom, Anna Cooks, QOOKS. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Leave a comment on the video. Leave a review on the stuff. I don't know what else to tell you. All I know is.
And thank you for your support and for.
Oh yeah, thank you for your support.
No, it matters. It really does matter.
Are you kidding? It matters so much. I've never felt so. Any doubt that I had in my mind is now like I came back with a vengeance. I was like, oh, not only do I believe in myself, fuck everybody. Fuck everybody who doesn't. Which wait, hold on, quick story. I had a psychic reading this week, and it was basically all about, you know, career podcast stuff, because that's what I needed to know. And fuck, I just forgot what I was gonna say. What were we just saying? Oh, and she was like, it seems like there's energy around you, like the energy of anxiety is not yours, and like you just have to clear the bad energy out. And she kept talking about energy, and she's like, it's a male energy, it's a male energy. So after the psychic reading, I go to John Lehman and I was like, you gotta go. You gotta go. And he was like, what do you mean? I'm like, the psychic told me that there is bad energy, male energy, and I need you to pack your shit and go.
What do you say?
He just laughed, and then we were outside later.
And you're like, no, I'm not kidding. Go.
No, we're outside, like right before I was about to go to bed. He was like, just like outside, and he was like saying something about the podcast, and he was saying something positive about the podcast. I was like, oh no, we're outside. You can say anything you want. That's bad. But the second you get back in, you got to clean up that attitude, sir. So I'm leaving John Lee.
Again? And it has nothing to do with Joe Jonas this time.
Well, it doesn't hurt that he's also available. So it's like, it's easier to leave when you have somebody else.
It's easier to leave when you have somebody else. I don't believe that you have somebody else, though.
What do you mean? Of course I do. He just doesn't know about me yet. It's the moment he sees me, he'll love me. Okay, bye. Love you.
Bye. Love you.